Hello, my name is Dylan Nelson Epstein,
Hi, my name is Nazia Denise.
and we're going to be talking about a couple of photos today. So here's the first one coming up in a few seconds. It's called Garden Oddity. I like this one a lot because all the colors are really vibrant and they kind of pop out like, watercolors. It seems almost dreamlike.
Yeah, I also think this photo looks dreamlike. I like the contrast between the greens and the vibrant pinks, oranges, and yellows. I think they draw more of a focus on the flowers. And also, since there are so many different types of flowers, I think that might be where the title Garden Oddity comes from.
And also the effect of the fuzziness around all of the flowers, and a lot of things look kind of oddly out of focus.
Yeah, I think there seems to be a blurry effect on the photo, which I think makes it seem surreal and much more interesting. I also like how the pathway is purple and mirror-like, so the shadows of the flowers are reflected on it.
Yeah, I think that it seems a little bit more fitting underneath all of the plants because of all of the color. I think that it really wouldn't fit very well if the path were just, regular brick path color. The way that the flowers droop over the path reminds me of the new Alice in Wonderland movie that came out a couple years ago with Johnny Depp. There's one scene where like all the flowers are talking and like whispering and stuff, so that's what that reminds me of.
Yeah, I agree. This photo has sort of Alice in Wonderland feel to it, and it reminds me of that time when she's in the garden in her dream state. I also like how the back is faded, which kind of makes it seem as if the pathway is infinite.
Yeah, I think that it's cool because, obviously it was taken in New York City, but it kind of seems like it opens up into, more natural than brick buildings and things that I usually associate with New York.
I think that if the photo had not been altered, there would be a different feel to it. Like, it wouldn't be as surreal, I guess.
And it wouldn't have like as soft of a touch. Overall, I really liked the photo. I mean, I feel like I wouldn't mind just kind of like walking down this path into whatever's behind there, even though it's probably just buildings, and just, getting lost in whatever naturey garden might await.
Yeah, overall, I really like the use of color and the blurry effects in the photo. I think that it really helps make the photo more interesting. The next photo we're going to discuss is called No Boundaries, and it's by Nadira Rahman. I like the contrast between the light shade of blue on the windows and light yellow of the building in the background. The first thing my eyes are drawn to are the windows because of this.
And compared to the last one, the colors are mostly pretty bleak, and it has a sort of filthy, pollution-y vibe to it.
Also, the angle of this photo makes the viewer envision how tall the building is. It seems like it was a bit of a hassle trying to get all the building in one photo.
And it also sort of looks like the smaller building on the side is like attached as opposed to behind it. And it sort of reminds me of those tiny transformers that the other transformers were always fighting over because they give you like cool extra power-ups and stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree with you, and also feel as if that building looks like it's attached to the one in the center, and it kind of looks like it could be farther away as well, which I think is an interesting illusion in a way. I also love how the sides of the building blend in with the background, almost as if the building is not an individual object but part of the whole city. I think that's where the No Boundaries title is meant to represent. I like how instead of a typical blue sky background, this has a yellow one, which makes me wonder if it was altered in any way to brighten the background and make it more yellow.
And it's also kind of weird because the windows are blue, which is usually the color of the sky.
Yeah, I think that's interesting as well. But in a way, this whole building reminds me of New York City, how unique yet similar everyone is, and how blending is such an everyday experience. I think the whole building represents the whole population of New York City, and the windows would represent the diversity in the city, while the blending into the background would kind of represent the cultural diffusion that occurs in the city.
I think that it's more representative of like a professional view of the city, you know, offices, skyscrapers, as opposed to the last one, which was just flowers, a little bit more playful.
I agree, and I also think that each photo was taken in a different way in order to provoke a different meaning as well. That concludes our video essay.